Thank you for staying with us. And now it's time to review the top stories making the national dailies. We've already mentioned the dailies this morning, but right now in the studio we have with us Dr. Dayo Kayode, political technocrat, a fashion expert, also right here in the studio to help make sense of what we are going to review this morning. Good morning, Dr. Dayo Kayode.
Margaret, good morning.
And happy new month.
And happy new month. My brother, good morning to you. How are you today?
I'm all right.
I am fine too, Dr. Dayo. All right, Dr. Dayo, before we go on, I know you have something to say, but then let's just look at the papers now. I know what's making the stories making the dailies, almost all the dailies we reviewed this morning, is the Buhari's choice of candidate. But then before we go into that, because we have a lot of time to talk about it, let's look at Okorocha's bill, 500 million with alleged,
social alternatives?
Yeah. So he had to employ or hire the services of some sons to, and don't forget, yesterday there was a screening 2 days ago, and he pleaded with the EFCC when they came to arrest him to allow him attend the screening, which they did not because he wasn't caught while the screening was going on. Now there are talks of you have an allegation as heavy as that, and you're more bothered about attending a screening that may give you immunity. So let's just get your thoughts on that.
Yes, very good, Margaret, that you are mentioning that, but as an aviation safety expert, I wouldn't want the news that Samson also came up with to just go like that. The wrong way lies. I mean, for how long are we going to be saved from this international embarrassment?
International.
Ordinary wrong way lie. It is embarrassing. Unfortunately, the president of ICAO just left Nigeria. How long ago? And these are the things that they look at for you to know the category that your airport belongs to. So for how long? For goodness sake. If it were in a better climate, such minister of aviation should resign. Such minister not only resign, he should be prosecuted for that international embarrassment. It's appalling. When are we going to get out of all this?
But there have been incessant complaints about the issue of lightning in
that's what I'm saying.
Even beyond the runways, even
listen,
at terminals.
Something happened here just now. I wanted to make a comment, but I just say, let me save you people the breath. It is you have shown high degree of preparedness. There was a situation on ground. You say, okay, leave that place. Go use this one. When I looked at it, I shook my head. Unlike some other stations. That is the way that is the way they will manage it, and the whole program will be muddled up. But kudos to that, your high level of preparedness is appreciated.
Thanks for the kind words.
Even though viewers will not know all the efforts
that goes behind
that you are putting in is a very good one.
But before we leave this discussion, how do we address this? As I said, it's been incessant.
It's a matter of putting the right peg in the right hole. Putting the right
takes
peg.
The fall for it? Fun?
The minister is supposed to be overseeing the activities of FAN. So if anything is wrong with FAN, who bears the brunt? Leadership, which is the minister.
And it calls for questioning as well. If this can happen, at one of the prestigious international airports we have.
It's the most prestigious international airport we have in Nigeria.
In Nigeria, then what happens to our local airports? And
it's unfortunate, and that is why the hub is moving down to Ghana. It has even moved to Ghana. What is the population? What is the strength of Ghana to Nigeria? Even in terms of professionalism. To Nigeria.
Okay, all right. Now I'm sure you've let it all out now.
It's embarrassing. Yes.
We hope appropriate authorities would look into it and
I hope so.
Repetition of this again.
It has been happening, and it's continued to happen until when right pegs are being put into the right hole.
And we've had this incidents of planes skiing off runway.
I mean, you imagine that.
One happened in Lagos about 2
lives of people. I experienced one. I once experienced one inside KLM about landing, and runway light went off. That that thing had to quickly
Take off again.
take off again. Supposing the pilot is not
Well experienced.
well experienced.
Wow. All right.
Go and find out what happened to this cargo flight that normally comes from South Africa in year 2002 or thereabouts. Till today, that airline cannot take off again. Go and check out the report of accident bureau, the investigation and the report. Go and check it out. You know, these are issues. For how long?
All right, Dr. Tayo. So back to what I asked now.
Yeah, you see, so many things are happening in this country that make anyone, especially those of us that strongly believe that Nigeria will still be great again. Those of us that are dissipating a lot of energy. Those of us that are having unequal passion for our great country that sometimes makes us to bleed. You have sent, according to EFCC, sent series of invitations to Okorocha. According to EFCC, about 30 or so. After the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what are you supposed to do? Why waiting till that time? Why waiting till that time?
They should have gotten a court order to effect it.
They're supposed to have, even if they are not taking a court order. This one they did. Was it on court order? So why haven't they done this before this guy is set to go for primaries? Why?
Yeah, that's the
So
question.
it is an indication that, look, element of politicization of what you are supposed to do. And that is why sometimes some people wonder, is EFCC even doing what it's supposed to do, all right? I was on a program sometimes ago and I said, no, EFCC is trying its best. It's just that EFCC has not been given enough resources, enough free hand to work. Look at this now. Look at this now. He who pays the piper dictates it too. Who knows where that other comes from? Who knows? It's a question. Where that other comes from. Remember, when Bauer, the present leadership of EFCC was brought in, there was a lot of question marks.
Yes.
One, as regards its level.
Yeah.
Because the creation of EFCC has
A particular.
some kind of dictates as regards the level of which you must have reached before being. So people were speculating. This guy is going there to fulfill a particular purpose.
But he was looked down.
So what do we
actually.
also with this now? It's now making such people to confirm their thoughts. I'm not a fan of suspected looters. I'm not. If truly Okorocha has done that, in fact, I'm not even a fan of Okorocha anyway, because I don't believe in his capacity when he was running that state. Imo State. You understand? But then, that doesn't mean when truth need to be said, we should now hide it out of subjectivity. No.
Again, this would also bring to light the issue of, home invasion, the forceful means of arrest and all of that. Is this the right way to go? We've had this Okorocha is a sitting senator, former governor. We've had the second, number 2 of the Supreme Court justices, also being targeted in these...
Invaded,
invaded, but targeted to Israel. Justice
Odili,
yes.
Yeah.
We've had series of such attacks on prominent people. Is this the right way to even effect an arrest?
And that's why I was saying, look, the executive should stop playing politics with certain things. Okay? There are processes and there are procedures. In the first instance, if truly Okorocha had been served notice of coming to appear and answer some questions with the EFCC, why should he refuse going to EFCC in the first instance? Why? So it's a two-way thing.
Okay.
To the extent of sending him 30.
All right.
That is unheard of. A whole governor, former governor, a serving senator. It's not good enough.
Okay, just
EFCC supposed to have followed due process in all that. You know. So
okay, just as we wrap up this conversation, this particular one of the stories that made the dailies had to do with peacekeeping mission, 640 soldiers, in the midst of insecurity in the land, where it seems like our security personnel are overwhelmed by the security challenges. Is that the right call at this time?
I don't like when people say that our soldiers are being overwhelmed or that there is insecurity in the land. Whatever we are seeing now is the creation of the leadership. It's intentional. Whatever we are seeing now, there are proofs. There are proofs to that.
Do we now maintain status quo
We status quo.
of, insecurity still prevailing?
What we are saying is, you and I should start telling the authority the truth. That look, stop playing with our lives. Because all these things we have known. People that you did all these things with had let the cat out of the bag. Come out and apologize to Nigerians. And then ensure that we live peacefully in our country. Here is a country that is supposed to be the best black nation. The best black nation. Whereby even the so-called Oyibos will be running to seek refuge. But see where they have taken us. Look at what happened. Look at what has happened to our foreign exchange in the last 2-3 weeks. Whereby manufacturers and everybody are running up and down to ensure that we have stable economy. Some people out of their own selfishness mop up dollars. And we are now seeing fake exchange rate in the market.
Right,
Look at it.
Dr. Dayo, that's a good place to wrap up this particular conversation. But we have a lot more conversations for you to go on with. Let's go straight into the main topic of the day. Now, the President Muhammadu Buhari revealed his criteria for the All Progressive Congress's ideal presidential candidate in the 2023 elections on Tuesday. The President made a announcement in Abuja at a meeting with APC governors. President Buhari said in a statement signed by presidential spokesperson Femi Adesina, quote, second-term governors have been accorded the privilege of promoting successors that are capable of driving their vision as well as the ideals of the party. He also said, in keeping with the party established the internal policies of the party as we approach the convention in few days, therefore I wish to solicit the reciprocity and support of governors and other stakeholders in picking my successor who would fly the flag of our party for election into the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, Dr. Dayo Kayode, this story, it made the papers be reviewed, it made a lot. It was prevalent. Now
that's yesterday.
Yeah, but
training.
I'll just pick from quickly relating it to what is related. It's related. The Guardian paper, the top story has it that Buhari's choice of presidential candidate unsettles APC governors. Of course, the riders as there are a lot of stories with the riders there. So let's just, before I delve right into it, let me just get what you have to say first of all.
To who is likely to come up with the name that is likely to come up with.
He's given the criteria already.
Hey boy, has he given the name?
Well, Dr. Dayo, did he give the name? Something.
The game is the game.
The game is the game. The game, yeah. So
you see, right from the beginning, the first statement he made when he was first sworn in was that I am for everybody
And nobody.
and for nobody. That first of all sent a very strong signal to some people and a particular person. I want to be Buharistic now. To some people and to a particular person. And at that moment, some of us saw it, that one particular person had made the grievous mistake of his or her life. Okay? And we all saw the way things were unfolding, to the extent that even his wife, Aisha, shouted, "Now come on, how can you jettison and throw to the background all those people that join hands together to make you the president?" Okay, let's move forward. This thing started going on. This their convention started building up. Pia, off to, I think, Malabo. I said, okay, when this man comes back, he's going to throw another bombshell. Or it's either he throws this there, or immediately he comes back, he will throw it here. And we all see that. I mean, we're all seeing that. When he called the old governors for a meeting yesterday before traveling to France, I knew something was also brewing. That meeting will be beyond that. I bet you, that meeting will be beyond what we are just reading. There are a lot of things that will have happened. Just like when they were about to have their special national convention for election of the National Working Committee. Now, he had said it. You governors, I've been allowing you now to bring up your successors so that they can continue your good works. So also allow me and give me support to also pick my own successor who will continue with my good works. So,
but
is it not right?
The CSOs have said the president cannot enforce his choice on Nigerians.
Who are the CSOs? Have they also been telling the governors that? No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they have the right to say what they want.
They have their right, like here, we not say what we want. Are they taking it? Is it what they want to take, they will take. There is freedom of expression.
And after expression?
You say what?
How about freedom of after expression? Freedom of speech, freedom after speech is not guaranteed, you know, Dr. Dayo.
Freedom of expression.
And after expression?
And when you're also talking about freedom of expression, there are limitations.
Okay.
Because where your freedom stops is where somebody else's starts from.
Yep.
You wouldn't say because you have freedom of expression and then you'll be saying some libelous statements against somebody. Do you understand? So, if I say something here, I have to base what I'm saying on a particular premise. All right? So, if you have a premise whereby you are talking, nobody can harass you. Especially when you have not gone to them to do some underground, underground kelebi. They call it underground kelebi. The moment you have not done that with them, nothing is going to happen.
Okay, let's even look at it this way. I understand the place of pressure groups trying to, power pressure and influence decisions, but it must be said this is a party politics.
Yeah.
So within the frame of the party now, you're looking at the president trying to, I won't say
get his way.
Get his way.
Yeah.
He mentioned something which was vital. The fact that governors had the privilege of picking their own successors. Is this the right step for APC in terms of, party politics? Can they throw that line of, consensus?
When it comes to politics, is there anything right or wrong?
Within the
in terms of maneuvering, in terms of politicking, and in terms of, okay, listen. Lagos State, for example, during Ambodi's era, before Ambodi, they were using indirect.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But because some people there doesn't want him again, they say, okay, this time around, because they know if they should go by indirect, a lot of people that he has appointed will be part of the delegates.
Yes, of course.
So, okay, maybe we have the people.
We're giving power back to the people.
Yes, let us give it back to the people. All of them are there from Oshodi, from Mushi, from Ajegunle, from Ikorodu. Oh yeah, let everybody queue up. And that's how it was sidelined. Look at this one too. This last Lagos State APC State Congress.
Yeah.
Other contestants said, because I was not there, other contestants said they were locked out. And the person they wanted was the only person allowed. Where were the CSOs? Did you hear Buhari saying anything? He didn't say anything. He left them. The one that happened in Ekiti, he left them. He didn't say anything. The one that happened in Oyo State, Oshun, all those, he didn't say anything. So this is his own turn. Whatever is good for the goose is equally good for the gander. So,
Dr. Dayo, during the PDP convention, they just recently concluded one. The statements, the speeches that a lot of people gave was the fact that the APC was deliberately moved their convention because they want to see, probably copy.
And now they have seen.
Now, so after the flag bearer came up and held the, got the office, another speech came up. Now you've seen what we are doing. Now you can now go and replicate. Because now, do you think that there's a reason why the APC has this? Because lately there's been a lot of back and forth with the APC, the factions there.
That is to tell you they were not prepared for governance. So what? Let me at this. Okay, sorry. Let me quickly at this point also congratulate PDP. Congratulate PDP in the first instance for organizing a rancorous free national convention, and again to congratulate His Excellency Abubakar Atiku for winning. And after winning, mark you, he said, look, there is no victor, there is no vanquish. All of us as a party has won together, and that is why you see all of them being together. But coming to APC,
but then there was some loopholes there. Because when they called on the governors and all of them to come on stage, and the fellow aspirants, only Bukola Saraki and what's his name? I'm trying to remember. Only two of the aspirants, they came up stage. So there's also a bit of faction in that party too. You see,
I've always been telling people there is nothing like perfection in life. We always, as a people, as human beings, as created human beings, be striving towards perfection. Okay? You cannot compare this PDP's convention to the one that happened in 2014. That a whole load of them worked out. You can't compare with that. And you cannot also compare it with a party that followed the guidelines. It followed the guidelines adequately. Unlike APC. Okay, let me tell you this. INEC, we were both on this platform together. When I was praising Professor Mahmood, for him coming out boldly, that nothing on earth will make him to shift anything. Did he not now shift? He shifted at the last minute, whereby he knew PDP cannot come back again. Because people were already in Abuja. People had traveled to Abuja. They were in the process of even starting their accreditation. You now shifted. Why did you shift? For which party? Which party made you to shift? Even though you say yes, IPAC. The IPAC people said, who is saying now in quote, I'm not saying they are, who is saying IPAC also cannot be compromised? Then how many members of IPAC were at that meeting? Do you understand?
Let's bring this back home.
So the issue is APC at seeing what happened in PDP. And I will also admonish APC to allow peace to reign. Because it is only when we allow peace to reign that we will not have another kind of intervention or another kind of break in our our civil rule. I will call it civil rule, not democracy.
Okay.
Because there is a difference between democracy and civil rule.
Let's bring this back home. Let's bring this back home. Within the Progressive Governors Forum, do you think the majority or everyone would align with the president on this one? And the reason is, we know quite well during the whole, process of getting forms and all, you had a 12 to 14 thing, 12 against 14, let's put it that way, and I will leave it at that. But do you think that with what we've seen, you would have the Progressive Governors Forum align with the president to bring out the consensus?
Most likely.
At the very last minute?
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Okay, sure.
I had you reading newspaper just now that Akeredolu said is going to support whoever the president comes on with.
Yes. We know that's a grievance from 2016, by the way.
You say what?
We know that's a grievance from 2016.
Why? How? No, I wouldn't want to believe that.
Okay.
Because we are talking of 2022 now.
Okay.
He must, everybody, we change every day.
Okay.
Based on new information that we are being exposed to. So probably because of new information is now being exposed to. All right, he say yes, Mr. President, I will support you. But mark you, it's also in tandem with the Femi. Don't be surprised. Honestly, don't be surprised. If Mr. President will come up with the name of Femi, don't be surprised. You know why? He said something. Somebody that will be
That has
accepted nationally is the chairman of the Governors Forum.
Yes.
Remember, he left his office then to go and contest for governorship in Ekiti the other time. When he was defeated by Faroshi, he went back to his office. Okay? So who is saying Femi cannot be picked by the president?
Okay, I just want to point this out. Okay.
Mark it.
Okay.
Dr. Dai, I just want to point it out now. One of the, also relating to this, because one of the writers says crisis deepens as the key NWC members threatens to reject party decisions of the flag bearers. See, relating to Buhari's choice of candidates.
You see, when you're talking of NWC, it's being led by the chairman of the party. The chairman of the party is supposed to be the leader of the party. But because of the kind of party politics we play, underlining it, the kind of party politics we play, we want to see the executive at the national, at the state, as the leader of the party. That means combining two heavy positions together, which now makes the executive to lord anything over the party. But I can assure you, because the president was privy, or the architect that made that chairman to emerge, he will always dance to his tune.
All right, Dr. Dai, before you go on,
he will always dance to his tune.
Before you go on, we just have to go on a very quick break. We'll be right back. So we'll take a breather there. I'm sure you enjoyed the conversation. We'll be right back, and the conversation surely does continue. Please stay with us.